Once upon a time, in a village nestled amidst the lush greenery of Africa, there lived a man named Chike. Now, Chike wasn't just any ordinary man. He was a towering figure of wealth and success, with a business empire that stretched far and wide. But despite all his riches, Chike felt a deep emptiness gnawing at his soul. For you see, Chike lacked something money couldn't buy: love. Every night, as he lay in his opulent bed, surrounded by the trappings of his success, Chike couldn't shake the feeling of loneliness that engulfed him. And so, with a heavy heart and a determined spirit, Chike set out on a quest to find the one thing that could complete him: a companion to share his life and his love. Meanwhile, in the same village, there lived a woman named Adana. Adana was a vision of beauty, with long flowing hair as dark as the midnight sky and eyes that sparkled like the stars above. But despite her outward allure, Adana harbored a secret. She had been hurt before, her heart broken by love's cruel betrayals. And so, she had sworn off love entirely, burying herself in her music as a shield against the pain of the past. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. For one day, as Chike wandered through the bustling market square, he chanced upon a crowd gathered around a lone figure, her voice weaving a spellbinding melody that echoed through the air. Mesmerized by the haunting beauty of her song, Chike approached the woman, his heart pounding with a newfound hope. And thus, the paths of Chike and Adana crossed, setting into motion a chain of events that would forever alter the course of their lives. Despite Adana's initial reluctance, Chike's unwavering persistence gradually chipped away at the walls around her heart, until at last, she found herself succumbing to the warmth of his love. Their courtship was a whirlwind romance, filled with stolen glances and whispered promises beneath the moonlit sky. And when at last they stood before their families, exchanging vows of eternal devotion, there was not a dry eye in the crowd. However, despite their wealth and status, Chike and Adana faced a profound sadness. They had been married for over 5 years yet were still childless. The villagers, unable to fathom their plight, suggested that Chike divorce Adana, citing her barrenness as the cause. But Chike's love for his wife knew no bounds, and he remained steadfast, trusting in divine timing. One day, Chike's mother intervened, pleading with him to take another wife to secure the family's lineage. Despite the pressure from his mother and the village, Chike stood by Adana, assuring her of his unwavering love. However, his mother, desperate for grandchildren, escalated the matter to the village chief, seeking a resolution. In the midst of this turmoil, a miracle unfolded. Adana, overcome with emotion, fainted only to discover she was pregnant upon regaining consciousness. Joyous celebrations erupted in the village, bringing hope and happiness to Chike and Adana. As Adana's pregnancy progressed, her mother-in-law lovingly cared for her, fostering a sense of unity within the family. Finally, Adana gave birth to a beautiful baby girl whom they named Amanda, symbolizing the newfound joy she brought to their lives. Chike declared her as their precious gem, a beacon of hope amidst their trials. 3 years later, Adana gave birth to a son, whom they named Ambe, further enriching their lives. One fateful day, tragedy struck. Chike and Adana were taken from this world in a tragic accident, leaving behind their innocent children, Amanda and Ambe, as orphans. With no parents to protect them, the burden of their care fell upon their uncle, a man whose heart was tainted by greed and malice. At first, Amanda and Ambe held on to hope, believing that their uncle would care for them as their parents would have. But soon, they discovered the true nature of his intentions. Driven by his insatiable thirst for wealth and power, their uncle subjected them to unimaginable suffering. He treated them not with the love and kindness they deserved, but with cruelty and disdain. He forced them to work tirelessly from dawn till dusk, barely providing enough food to sustain their fragile bodies. He deprived them of the most basic necessities, leaving them shivering in the cold of winter nights. But perhaps worst of all was the emotional torment he inflicted upon them. He belittled them, reminding them constantly of their worthlessness and their dependence on his mercy. He extinguished the light of hope that once burned brightly in their hearts, replacing it with despair and resignation. Despite the darkness that surrounded them, Amanda and Ambe clung to each other, finding solace in the unbreakable bond of sibling love. They dreamed of a better life, a life free from the shackles of their uncle's tyranny. But as days turned into months, and months turned into years, their dreams began to fade, crushed beneath the weight of their uncle's oppression. And so they remained, trapped in a nightmare of his making, longing for the day when they would break free from his grasp and reclaim the happiness that was stolen from them. In the face of unimaginable cruelty, Amanda, at the tender age of 10, emerged as a beacon of resilience and strength. With her heart burdened by the weight of responsibility, she took it upon herself to care for her younger brother, Ambe, in the absence of their parents. Despite the hardships they faced, Amanda refused to let despair consume her spirit. She became Am's protector, his guiding light in the darkness that surrounded them. She shielded him from the worst of their uncle's abuse, offering him what little comfort and love she could muster. But fate, it seemed, had one final test in store for them. One fateful day, tragedy struck once again. Ambe fell gravely ill, his tiny body racked with fever and pain. With no one else to turn to, Amanda knew that she had to act fast to save her brother's life. Summoning every ounce of strength within her, Amanda lifted her unconscious brother into her arms and embarked on a journey that would test the limits of her endurance. With tears streaming down her cheeks and determination burning in her eyes, she wheeled Am's frail body through the dusty streets of their village, each bump in the road a painful reminder of the uphill battle they faced. As they neared the hospital, a crowd began to gather, drawn by the sight of the young girl struggling beneath the weight of her brother's limp form. Murmurs of sympathy and admiration rippled through the crowd, mingling with the sound of Amanda's labored breaths. But amidst the sea of concerned faces, Amanda remained focused on one thing and one thing only: saving her brother. With trembling hands and unwavering resolve, she pushed open the doors of the hospital, her heart pounding in her chest as she prayed for a miracle. And though the journey ahead would be fraught with uncertainty, Amanda knew that as long as she had her brother by her side, they would face whatever challenges lay ahead together, bound by a love that could withstand even the darkest of nights. As fate would have it, a ray of hope pierced through the darkness that clouded Amanda and Am's lives. A kind-hearted soul, moved by their plight, extended a helping hand, offering them shelter and love in their time of need. Under the nurturing care of their newfound guardian, Amanda and Ambe found solace and security for the first time since their parents' tragic passing. With patience and compassion, he provided them with the love and guidance they had been deprived of for so long. In this heaven of warmth and acceptance, Amanda and Ambe began to heal. Their spirits, once weighed down by sorrow and despair, found renewed strength and resilience. They blossomed like fragile flowers, unfurling their petals to bask in the sunlight of love and understanding. With each passing day, Amanda and Ambe grew stronger, both individually and as a unit. They embraced the opportunities that came their way, seizing them with both hands and refusing to be defined by the scars of their past. Together, they faced the challenges that life threw at them, confronting each obstacle with courage and determination. They stumbled and faltered along the way, but they never lost sight of the light that guided them forward. And as the years went by, Amanda and Ambe emerged from the shadows of their past, transformed into beacons of hope and inspiration for those around them. They stood tall, their spirits unbroken, their hearts overflowing with gratitude for the kindness that had been bestowed upon them. Their journey was not an easy one, marked by trials and tribulations that tested the very fabric of their being. But through it all, they remained steadfast in their belief that love and resilience could conquer even the darkest of nights. And in the end, it was their unwavering faith in each other and in the goodness of humanity that led them to triumph over adversity, emerging victorious against all odds. And so, the tale of Amanda and Ambe serves as a poignant reminder that life's journey is fraught with challenges, but with courage and perseverance, one can overcome even the greatest of obstacles. As the story draws to a close, let us reflect on the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of hope. May we all find strength in the face of adversity and emerge victorious in our own battles. Thank you for joining me on this captivating journey. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and subscribe for more tales of inspiration and triumph. And remember, no matter how daunting the road ahead may seem, may you always have the courage to face it with a fearless heart.